Good morning, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Liverpool. Welcome to Liverpool Business School in Liverpool, John Moores University. I'm Adam Shaw. I'm the director of Liverpool Business School, and really pleased to welcome everybody here today for 3 days of what is a fantastic looking program, and looking forward to being able to step into some of the sessions. Unfortunately, I can't make all of the program, but there are some really interesting sessions that I hope to be able to get into, and probably the most important one will be the networking drinks on Friday afternoon. So down at the waterfront. Speaking about the waterfront, I just thought I would tell you a couple of things about Liverpool. You may or may not be able to tell, but the accent that I have here is not a typical Liverpool Scouse accent. So like many of you, I am a tourist here in Liverpool, and have been exploring. Come in. Have been exploring Liverpool for the past 6.5 years, and the changes that I've seen in this city just over that period have been incredible, and the move, I think, that the key contributors from small startups to people that are living here across the different community groups that engage in transformation of their community groups, of their areas, really all come together to contribute to a whole sort of growth concept, and growth for engagement in supporting individuals, growth for opportunities and access to whether that be new food stores that are starting up, particularly, and I'll name a couple of nice ones in case you get some time to go around. So Duke Street Market is a place to have a look at. Okay, so that's a short walk from here, less than a mile. Baltic Market, a little bit further. All of these two areas are particularly important for small kind of test bases for businesses to start up little restaurants. So you get a little cart, so it's kind of street food-esque. You get a stall, and you get to try new menus. You get to test your wares on local Liverpudlians, which, if you didn't know, that's what we call people from Liverpool, Liverpudlians. And if you try some of the food there, you'll see that some of those food stalls have gone out to become bigger restaurants. Bold Street, a little bit closer to here, is where you'll see a lot of small, independent startups. Some of them have gone on to become bigger restaurants now. So Mowgli is on Bold Street, and Mowgli is a restaurant that is now expanded across the UK, if not further abroad, by an individual called Nisha Katona, who you may have heard of, may not have heard of. So she's actually our Chancellor of the university. She's also an alumni of the Business and Law faculty. And that's a great story that we're really proud of. She's also now a TV chef and writer, and as well as restaurateur. And so I would recommend trying a little bit of Indian street food from Mowgli. As you spread out across the city and you go down to the waterfront, I was reminded this morning as I came in. So as I come in down from the top of the hill, I can see the Liver Building. And on top of the Liver Building, you have two liver birds. So the Liver Building is probably most recently famous for starring in the most recent Batman movie, and as part of Gotham City. And on the top of the Liver Building, there are two birds, and these are called the Liver Birds. One faces out to the sea and looks out across the world. And this signifies the global outlook that Liverpool has and has had for a long, long period, and a long history of trade and distribution and tourism. Um, and so that liverbird is signifying our looking out to the world. The other liverbird looks inward into the city, and that signifies really the development and the potential for growth within the city and the support that is in there. And that helps me think about our institution and our business school. If you would have visited last year, you would have joined us for our bicentenary celebration as an institution delivering higher education. So 201 years ago, the Liverpool City region as was set up a mechanics institute, and that became the founding college and institute of what is now Liverpool John Moores University. A few years after that, about 75 years after that, the first College of Commerce was created in the UK, and that was set up by the Chambers of Commerce at the time, and that was 126 years ago, and that College of Commerce eventually became the Faculty of Business and Law, and was the first space for developing and delivering skills-based education to the people of the city of Liverpool, to help grow the economy, to bolster inward investment and development. And we very much draw on our roots as a business school in thinking about the importance of our place within that wider economy, and particularly then within the visitor economy. And we engage very much with our communities to think about our place in this place and how we can contribute. And we're about to launch, as many places are, an updated strategy, that is termed Shaping a Better Future. And that's really about how we shape, how we engage, a little bit like those liverbirds looking out to the city. And if you're around Hope Street and Hardman Street, so you'll probably go to Hope Street because you'll look between the two cathedrals. You'll see the Anglican and the Catholic cathedrals on Hope Street, and somewhere in the middle of there's the Philharmonic, both the Philharmonic space where the Philharmonic Orchestra play, and opposite that is a pub called the Philharmonic Dining Rooms. A very important tourist attraction for its gents toilets. So the toilets in there are quite famous. The urinals are made of marble, and it's one of the most photographed toilets, I think, in the UK. So and you'll go in for to have a quick wee, and there'll be everyone trying to come in and take photos, which is a little bit disconcerting at times. So on that street, you'll see just a few doors down from the famous toilets, Liverpool Business Clinic and Liverpool's Law Clinic, which is on the high street, looking out to the world, where we engage with businesses, where we engage with organisations to provide both pro bono support for those businesses, for those startups, but opportunities for our students to engage in real world, real life case studies, to develop their skills, to apply their knowledge in supporting business growth, in supporting community organisations to engage in activities that they may be doing, and in shaping the space and place that is Liverpool City region and beyond. And we do that for better. So we think about the SDGs. We are UN Principles of Responsible Management Education signatories, and about to put in our 4th year report as that, in terms of our progress to supporting the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And so we really think about responsible management education, the impact on how organizations can narrow the gap and fight inequalities, how they can think about the circular economy, how the practices that they undertake are ethical, how they're growing their digital skills, their low carbon skills, their human skills in thinking about what makes their organizations better, and how that contributes to the visitor economy. It contributes to the place in which we live and the place in which people may come to visit. And we do that for the future. So we engage in thinking about what does this mean for the future. Very much engaging and thinking about digital advancement and enhancement, but also thinking about potential innovations that make things better, that help shape business. And that's where we're engaging in practical solution-based research to support those developments. And that's where conferences such as this really help to open up those conversations and further that mission to shaping a better future. And I'm looking forward to furthering that conversation with you and seeing how we think about what the visitor economy, what tourism and leisure can mean from the vast array of activities, the vast array of ways in which we think about that and understand that over the next 3 days. So welcome again to Liverpool. Welcome to Liverpool Business School. I hope you have a fantastic day. I believe that there's this fiery ball in the sky that may be showing some warmth to us later this afternoon. So we look forward to that. And I'll pass on now to Phil. Thank you very much. You'll need this. There we go. It's because it's
yeah, yeah. Let's see what I can do here. So, you know what? Should I hold it? Yes. Do you mind? Sorry, being left-handed is complicated. Well, that is my excuse for all my oddities in life. Thanks, mate. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. There we go. That's beautiful. That's what I like to see. So, thank you for being here. I'd like to welcome you all to this year's Tourism and Leisure Studies Conference. My name is Philip Calantzis-Cope. I'm the Chief Social Scientist of Common Ground Research Networks. We have the honour, we have the privilege of working with this group. It's a wonderful group of researchers and practitioners from all over the world. This year we have 31 countries, I think we said 31 countries represented, so it's a wonderful cross-section of not just how people think about tourism and leisure studies and your pathway into that, but also to have these grounded perspectives from all over the world. So I firstly want to begin by thanking you all for being here. A big thank you goes to our hosts this year, who've done a tremendous job in curating the program, helping us organize what we're doing. And so thank you. You want to stand up for a second, Angelos? And Hazel, of course. Sorry, I've got a mental blood, you know. So we'll give a round of applause. I was saying before, there is something about being here that makes me like Dory. You know, I just can't remember anything. So yes, I would like to thank them. I would like to also recognize our Research Network Chair, who is here as well. Would you like to stand up? Anna, yes, of course she's here as well, which is really wonderful. I would also like to thank our hosts for next year from Curaçao, Dr. Roger and Fiona from the Ministry of Economic Development. We'll give them a round of applause too. We'll be a little sunnier next year. I will just speak briefly about the kind of format and the approach that we are trying to take here, so you make the most of the next few days. So one of the things that you will notice immediately is that we have no printed program. Firstly, printed programs were always an environmental disaster and a planning nightmare as things change and whatever it is as we get to the end. So, when we went through COVID, we were thinking about what to do with the infrastructure of a digital environment for an academic conference. I'm sure you remember, you saw, restaurants putting temporary shelters outside that were going to be torn down in 6 months, and all these temporary solutions, and not thinking about ways you can build different kinds of infrastructures. And our modest, addition to the conversation of infrastructures for scholarly communication is what we're trying to do with our technology. One of the things that makes us different is we build our own software, which is funded by members like you here. What that means is that we can do innovative and dynamic things. And so what we're trying to do is to think about the conference or the conference website as a kind of time capsule. And that time capsule is we're trying to add as much content as we can. There's also an online tab, which you will see, where presenters have a presentation page where they upload digital content. It's asynchronous because the other thing we found through the pandemic, we believe, is that, time zones are a kind of, a fairness principle. Whose time zone? What time zone? How can you present? And often people who present online are doing it for reasons because they have professional lives, have something else going on, so all that content is asynchronous. It's there. You can view it, and there are discussion boards. We are recording everything that we've got here, and we're adding it there. So what we're trying to see this is a kind of time capsule. And we're trying to break the temporal boundaries of what a conference is. You can go back and view that content. If somebody hasn't put content there, you can request it from them. You can add them as a peer. And so what we hope is that as a community that we're, beginning the seeds of conversation that can build over time. It's a resource you can come back to. Just log back in and you can go there. And as we, continue this journey going forward, it'll be a set of resources that you can come back to. So that's an important thing that we are trying to do. The other thing that we want to do is not just keep you in these rooms. As much as it's important to present your research and have these conversations, this is a weird pedagogical space. We're all kind of fixed, and I'm speaking to you and you're viewing me, and all that kind of weird stuff that is good and bad about this format. So what we are trying to do is get you out into the world, and we do that through the case study day, which is going to be on Friday. And so we're going to be going through some practical experiences of the tourism industry here in Liverpool, and also for you to experience it from a researcher's perspective, but also as a tourist, and to think of that dynamic. So, these are two really important foundations of what we do. The other thing which is important is that we're always trying to support and promote emerging scholars. Emerging is an existential concept. It has nothing to do with age, by the way. And so we have an application process every year. People apply, and we have a wonderful group of emerging scholars this year. Could I have them stand up for us for 1 second, please? Come on, don't be shy, don't be shy. There are more. I think they're probably outside doing work. So what we do is we make sure that they're at the front of the room, so they'll be chairing your sessions, guiding conversations. It's a great practical experience, but also, forces them not to hide and sit in the back of a room. So that is very important to us as well. We are not just conference. I'm going to talk more about this, but we have a journal and a book series. The journal this year flipped to open access. Every delegate from this year and next year does not have to pay the fee, the APC. But when it does come in, the actual fee, we are trying to make it as low as humanly possible. We are being pushed and pulled by the demands of research communities and policymakers all over the world. And we are trying to provide options for researchers. And so that's a pathway that we have. As part of your registration is a community membership. In that membership, you get access to the journal and the book series. What is very important to us, as well as you guys are the producers of content, you're the validators of content, and you also get access to that content as well. So this is the kind of thing that we're trying to do here, and I really appreciate your presence and your participation. Last thing is some practicalities, important practicalities. Level 3 is where the breakout rooms will be, or the rooms. Level 5 will be where lunch is, and the closing reception will be after the case study day. So please join us for that day. So thank you very much. Oh, we pass the Olympic torch.
Yes, big thing.
Do you want to help you with the wrong?
Okay.
Which you want to decide? Actually, I think
Okay.
I've got to go this side.
Perfect. Is possible?
Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, it's more complicated than it looks. How do you do it so easy? There we go. Perfect. There we go.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ana Polo from University of Granada in Spain. And to be honest, after the Phillips and Adam speech, not too much to say. But I would like to start. Thank you for the effort that in this occasion, in this year, Liverpool John Moores University and the Tourism, Travel, Culture and Heritage Research Group did to host this Congress during this year, okay? And this is the 9th edition of this Congress. This is a Congress that year by year is achieving a great evolution. And I think that our colleagues from this university and this research group did a very great work and their best effort to make this conference possible. So I am really, really happy for this, okay? Also, I would like to highlight the orientation of the Congress around the idea of transformation of the sector, of the places, people, tourists, company, and so on. I think, in my view, this is a really, really adequate idea in this moment. Considering my own point of view, tourism industry worked in the past, previous COVID, as a traditional model for businesses, for the markets, and so on. After that, COVID came and changed everything. And now, in these moments, the sector needs to challenge demanding situation. Demanding situation around the sustainable in all the meanings of this, in connection with the nature, in connection with the local population, the minorities, and we need reorientation for companies, and also as well, maybe, why not, reorientation for the consuming and tourist behavior. So I think that the topics or the general orientation of this Congress is very, very adequate in these moments. It's a challenge for us. I'm expecting to listen and learn from your ideas because, for instance, before, during the coffee time, we talked, and I can comprobate that we meet researchers coming from historic area, a musician area, market area, management, more and more, okay? So I think it's very interesting to share the ideas and the different points of views coming from different culture, different part of the world, and also different topics and research specialization. Okay, so I am expecting to learn about all of you, and I would like to encourage you to take advantage of every session, the coffee breaks, and so on. Surely that after that, all of us can achieve new point of views, mature our ideas, and maybe going out contacts at the personal level and the professional level to continue with our work. Finally, of course, as Adam said before, of course, I hope that we have time and energy to enjoy the city, okay? Enjoy the city and enjoy your company, to meet each other and to talk and to share a nice days here. here, okay? So with this is at all for me, okay? Sorry, one last thing, last idea, as Felix told us before, I would like also that you pay attention and consider the possibilities that the Congress can offer to you in relation to publish your works, your papers in the Tourism and Leisure Studies Journal, okay? This is a journal. The Common Ground Network organization is doing a very great effort to repositionate the journal. Maybe in a medium period of time, the reorientation and the index of the journal can improve. So this moment is an opportunity to start with the publish process of the papers, because maybe it's good results in some time, okay? And also it's important the fact that very soon we are expecting that this journal is going to be an open access journal. So this is an accessibility, and it is the opportunity that your papers can be read for everywhere in any around the world, okay? So maybe you can consider this opportunity, okay? And with this is enough for me, and I saw really feel so happy to share these days with you, all of you. I try to share different moments around these 3 days, okay? Thank you so much.
Okay, hello. I'm Hazel Andrews. I'm Professor of Culture, Tourism and Society here at Liverpool John Moores University. And on behalf of the Tourism, Travel, Culture and Heritage Research Group, I'd like to welcome you to LJMU. I will keep this very short. So a big welcome. You're definitely in the right city. Liverpool has recently been voted the UK's favourite city for big city breaks in the country by Which magazine. So you're definitely in the right place. You've had lots of welcomes, so again, welcome. One thing I like about conferences and great about this conference is that I see friends that I've made and colleagues that I've made from previous conferences here already, and I look forward to making more. So I hope you enjoy the next few days. We are here. If you have any issues, you need to speak to me about any concerns, anything, please find me, and we will do our best to help you. So I think that's all I need to say. Welcome, enjoy. I'm very pleased that you're here. So I think we can move now to the plenary. So do I need to keep this on?
You need to trade.
Oh,
yes, good question. I think